I have another 2 deals from Facebook Marketplace here. Not doing too much other picking up right now, but I'm still watching to see if there's any deals. And I got a very interesting one here, as you can see. But let me start with the DS lot here. It's 30 bucks. Has a case and it's a black DSi. I already tested it out and it works okay. But I'm happy to get that for the collection. So I just have a pink DSi and then I have a DSi XL. So mostly I have a lot of DS lights. So to get a little more of the DSIs is nice. Just continuing that handheld collection. I think it's pretty neat to be able to get so many. So for 30 bucks to get that, as you can see, there's a whole bunch of games. Nothing too crazy. Let me just go through them real quick. It's a Camping Mama Outdoor Adventures, Price is Right, The Incredibles. This is Alvin the Chipmunks Chipwrecked. Penguins Madagascar, Hannah Montana. Mystery Case Files Millionaire. Puppy Love Spa and Resort. Some amazing stuff there. Okay. My Sims Kingdom. Let's Draw. Wipeout 2. Probably the best one of the bunch. Mario vs. Donkey Kong. Miniland Mayhem. Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. And Monster High. So, yeah, it was 14 games, so I figured it was worth it. I'm not keeping any of those, but of course I'll trade them in. And, shouldn't be too bad. It's worth it to get a nice handheld to add to the collection, in my mind. So that's kind of why I picked it up. But here's the really interesting pickup. This was also Facebook Marketplace. 60 bucks for 10 of these framed prints, which the guy I picked it up from mentioned that they stream and they had used it as kind of a background decoration for their stream, and they just didn't have room for it anymore, and so they wanted to get rid of it. And I guess they had them custom made, so to get something like this is pretty unique. I thought it was worth it for the 60 bucks for the 10 of them. And there's some good stuff in here. First one, very nice looking Wind Waker. That GameCube cover looks great. You can see there's some scratches on some of them, so the frames of course are used. They're not perfect, but they're pretty nice frames. So I'm not sure if I'll try to reframe them or what, but I think it'll definitely look nice once I get some room to put them on the wall beside the game shelves and stuff. Here's an interesting one. It's a Japanese Mario Party, so I thought that was kind of unique that they most of these of course they're North American covers, but they also have a Japanese cover for whatever reason, but it still looks cool, so I won't complain. First Super Mario Brothers there, nice. Donkey Kong. I love the Mario look there. So amazing. But pretty nice. Here's a Smash Brothers. And this one, you might notice around the Smash, it does look like maybe some of the ink is run. Maybe this was like in sunlight or something. Maybe next to a heater, I don't know. But it definitely looks that way. I don't think it normally has that kind of look. So that might be a little runny, but it still looks good. And from far away, you can't really tell too much, so I'll probably keep it like that. Here's Ocarina of Time, and I'm not sure if this was the Japanese cover or what. I'd have to check, but it definitely doesn't look like the regular Ocarina of Time cover. I mean, it still looks awesome, but I don't think that's a regular cover. I got a Pokemon Snap here. Actually looking good. Very cool. Um, oh, yeah, Legend of Zelda. First one. Oh, it looks just like the box there. Yeah, it's very nice. Very cool. The glass is cracked on this one, but it's Pokemon Stadium. It's pretty nice. Don't know, I'll probably replace the glass or something on there. But, very nice. Here's a PAL Majora's Mask cover. Kind of interesting. Not sure why they had mixed covers. Maybe that was just the best print they could find, or whoever made them. But, you know, it still looks cool. So I won't complain too much. But just interesting to have a PAL version and a Japanese cover, and maybe another Japanese Ocarina of Time. But yeah, that was it. Like I said, it was 10 for $60. So definitely I think that it was worth it, especially because it's kind of pretty unique. You know, it's something that most game collectors would want. I definitely want to have these interesting prints, and then to get it for that price is pretty good. So I don't know about you, but you know, I see a lot of people when they have their game collections, they might have a whole bunch of posters, you know, like Nintendo Power posters and different stuff, just covering their walls. And you know, I guess that's all right, but I don't really like that as much as the idea of having some nice framed prints, you know, just up on the wall, like this. And then, you know, I could put them next to each other, or I could space them out. I think that'll look way better than just having, you know, posters taped to the wall, like a lot of places, or a lot of people that I see have anyway. Just a little cleaner looking anyway, in my mind. All right, hello there, and a very nice weekend. Went out to some more garage sales, and I also have one Facebook Marketplace pickup. But I was very happy with this weekend. I mean, it was okay. I shouldn't say very happy, because I didn't really get much for the collection. So that's always the goal. But sometimes you go out there and you just find stuff for resale and all that, which is not a bad thing, of course. But I got some interesting pickups, and I'll show the first one here right away. As you can see, I got an Xbox One with a Kinect sensor. And they did have an HDMI for it, and then the power cable, but without the little plug. But I think any kind of standard 3-prong works with it, as far as I know. I've actually never had an Xbox One before. It's the first one I picked up, and it doesn't work. So this garage sale I went up to, and it was actually around like maybe more like 10 a.m. So I was kind of surprised to see it out. Like usually stuff like that's actually out. Like I didn't have to ask for it. People would have picked up. But you know, right away the person was like, "Yeah, it doesn't turn on, and we're not sure what's wrong with it." So we just bought a new one. And you know, I did plug it in. The power light on the plug comes on, the power light there, but the system doesn't turn on when you hit the power on the side there. And when you hit the eject, nothing comes out. She also thought there was a game in there, but she wasn't sure. So the reason I bought it is because she was just like, "Yeah, if you want it for $10, you can take it." And I was like, "Heck yeah, I'll do that." Let's see, the model here is 1540. I mean, otherwise pretty clean, but like I said, it doesn't turn on. So I'll probably do some troubleshooting, see if I can figure it out. I've never had one before, so I don't know if there's an easy way to fix that. Or maybe there's something wrong with the power brick and it just needs a new one. Something simple like that could be. But for $10, and the fact that it came with a Kinect sensor means it's absolutely worth it, because those Kinect sensors, the last few I've sold for like 35 and 40. So definitely worth it to pick up the whole thing. That'll sell for sure. And then maybe I can sell this for parts if I can't get it working. Otherwise, we're fine. I don't even know the Xbox One has a removable battery, or a removable hard drive like the 360 did. I don't think so. But anyway, still an interesting pickup, just because I've never gotten one before. You know, and I mean, even this trip, I ran into so many Xbox 360s and PS3s that were consistently like $100 a piece. at garage sales. You know, they'd have like a small stack of games, nothing crazy, a controller or two, and system and cables, and they were all $100. I definitely ran into 2 Xbox 360s that were that way, 2 PS3s that were that way, and I think I ran into another Xbox 360 that was $75. So I didn't end up picking up any of those, but it was just funny that you know, that last generation still in people's minds is still pretty expensive. Like they probably still remember paying, you know, $200, $300 for that system, and they're like, well, I'm not going lower than $100. So after a day of running into those $100 Xbox 360s to buy a Xbox One for $10 was interesting, even if it's broken. Another system console pickup. I picked up a decent amount of consoles this time. Was of course a Wii, always with the Wii's. Standard 101 model, right? Or 001, I should say. GameCube ports. Nice condition. Actually, I need to plug it in and see if it has anything in it. But yeah, it was sitting at a sale. I think they had like 40 on it, and I offered 20, and then they came back with 25, so I took that. You know, it's got all the cables, has 2 of the charge docks. It's definitely worth it it has 4 of the Wiimotes, but it has little chargers on all of them. So, no original backs, unfortunately, but that's alright. I mean, they're still, assuming they're all good, that's still good. And I got 1 nunchuck to the steering wheels, stand, and all that. So, still good. You know, I wish there was some games with it, of course. That's always good, but unfortunately, this bundle did not have that. So, still $25. Shouldn't say anything because that's still a great price to get a system with a bunch of controllers, and that's one full system for me to sell. So, pretty awesome. So here's the second part of my garage sale pickups. Just a few more things. Like I said, I didn't have a ton of pickups. It was mostly consoles this time for whatever reason. But not many games. In fact, I think this was the only game I picked up during my garage sales. 2K Sports and NHL 2K9, and I picked it up because it's sealed. So, you know, I always pick these up. If I see a sealed game, even a sports game, it may only be worth like $10, but it was only $1, so it seemed worth it to pick up. And it looks to be a legit seal and all that. Little sticker residue on the front, but I should be able to get that off. But yeah, it's just how it goes, I guess. So anyway, let me get to it. This first one was actually at a church sale. It's a PS3 remote, still sealed. Official remote, all that. So I think it's kind of cool to pick up accessories every now and then, so I picked it up. It's only $3, so definitely worth it. I probably won't take it out, of course. I'll probably keep it. It's just like a sealed accessory, but pretty cool. Found an Genesis at Games. I just got one of these in a bundle, a Wii bundle. I got one of these as a part of it, but this one had all the cables, and it has the wireless controllers, both of them with it, so assuming it works. It was only $2. And I think the other one I got online for like 15 or 20, so still worth it for me to pick it up, even though, you know, they're not worth much. But they are kind of neat. I mean, they work decently well. If you want to just go back and play some Genesis games real quick, and they have pretty good. What is it, like 60 games on these or something? I think something like that. But they work decently. The port for Genesis games I feel like doesn't work very well, but that's just me. This PlayStation 2 was on an ask. They didn't have any games out, but I asked them. Well, this is another one of those where it makes me believe what I originally heard about the ask, is that sometimes people don't think that old consoles have value, or they don't even think to really bring it out. And this one they had a price tag of $15, but they didn't have it out. And when I asked, they're like, oh yeah, we have some old PlayStation back there, but we didn't think anyone would want to buy it. And I was like, oh, I'd be interested in it. Unfortunately, they didn't have any games, but they had, you know, both cables, and think this is like a Smoke PS2 clear controller. Missing a nub there, but I might be able to replace that because I actually don't have this controller, so I might try to keep it from my collection and replace the joystick on there. Very nice though. Then I have a memory card here, Magic Gate memory card, and the system. And they, like I said, they had 15 on there, but I said, "Did you take 10?" And they were like, "Yeah, it's fine." So, I mean, I didn't think anyone was going to buy it, so I'm sure they were happy with a $10 offer. This is a SCPH 5001. That's interesting. Or 50,001. I usually see their 39, I think, is the model I always see, or 30, or I don't remember, but someone with a 3. So that's interesting to me. But regardless, oh, actually, I'm seeing now it says GameStop refurbished at the top there, so that's interesting too. Oh, that makes me question if it even works. But I'm sure it does. If it doesn't, it was $10, so definitely nice. Get a PS2 console, you know, to just a random stop. $10 is an awesome price. But yeah, that's all I had for garage sales. Like I said, not too much. I guess the last few times I've went out, I haven't gotten too terribly lucky. Usually you only see like the highlights of these kind of pickup videos, but I just show everything because, you know, that's the reality of it, is you don't always find stuff, but you don't always find amazing stuff, but you do find stuff. And if you're doing what I'm doing, where you're trying to resell some of it to recoup that cost, it makes it worth it to go out, because, you know, just even picking that up was like, oh, well, that's paid for. But that's all I have for this set.